Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Jarell Mata. Today we're going to be doing Memory Lane Mondays. So just in case you don't know, I started this new series a little while back. And yeah, I pretty much decided to start something where we can use our older palettes that are not really talked about anymore, or makeup that is not really talked about anymore, even brands that are not really talked about anymore. And I decided to start something like this because I do have a lot of makeup, and because nobody really talks about it, everybody is always talking about the new stuff. And yes, I get it, because I do shop and I love makeup and I want to keep on getting new makeup and staying on trend, but we kind of tend to forget about those amazing palettes that we have in our collection and those amazing eyeshadows that we actually had in our collection. And yeah, we kind of just leave it behind. So that is the reason why I started this new series in my channel. So every Monday you can come back here and you will find something that you might have already on your collection. So for today, I decided to go into my MAC eyeshadows. So this is my palette that I created with all the eyeshadows that I use the most. I have more MAC eyeshadows, but these ones are the ones that I remember loving and using all the time, over and over and over and over again. So I decided to pull this baby back up and just create a look. So I'll also use the pigment from a couple of collections back, but you will see that all in the tutorial. And I also have it on my lips, and I use a lot of MAC products. So, but anyway, let me stop talking so much. If you're interested in seeing how I created this look, please keep on watching. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. So the first thing that I'm going to do is do my brows, and I picked up the MAC eyebrows and I got the shade in brunette. The MAC eyebrow pencil doesn't come with a spoolie. I'm going to be using the Anastasia 112 brush, and I think that's the number, but I will search it and I will link all the products that I used today in the description bar. Okay, so that's my chair, just so you know. So let's ignore this little friend that I have right here. We'll try to cover it up later. So I finished the brows, and now I'm going to move on to primer. I'm going to be using this soft ochre paint pot. Okay, now we're going to be moving to eyeshadows. I'm going to be using this shade right here, which is Blank Type, and I'm going to be using it to set my primer. Okay, now with this brush, which I reviewed on my last video, I will link it down below, I'm going to go into Texture. One of my favorite shades in MAC. I used to use it non-stop. I love it so much. I'm going to be putting that on my crease and above my crease, like so, right before the brow bone. Okay, with the same brush, I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is Saddle, and I'm going to just pack it really a little bit lower on the crease, not going so high up. Now moving on to Brown Script with a smaller blending brush, and that's going to even go lower on the crease. Okay, now with a smaller brush, I'm going to go into Swiss Chocolate right here and Brown Ground. These two right here, and I'm just going to focus that in the outer corner. Okay, now taking some of the Brown Script back into the same blending brush that we were using before, the smaller blending brush, I'm just going to target the edges. Going in with the big blending brush, I'm just going to blend them together. Okay, so 2 years or 3 years that this collection came out in this little black and gold and white. And I'm going to be using the copper shade right here. This is a pigment. I'm going to grab my 242 brush and I am going to wet it and apply it on my lid. Okay, so I'm moving into carbon black and I'm going to be using the same brush I used for the browns, and I'm just going to pack this. So I finished doing my wing liner and now I'm going to tight line. I'm using Engrave by MAC. So I also ordered the extended play Giga Black lash. And I know a lot of people talk about this mascara for the lower lashes, but let's try it on. Okay, now I'm going to apply my Cocoa Lashes. So I prime a little bit of my T-zone with the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. I don't have a MAC primer, but we're actually going to be using the Strobe Cream. And I'm just going to be placing that a little bit on the outer part of my face. With the MAC, and this one is the Pro Concealer and Corrector, I'm going to use these two shades, the first one right here and this one right here. And I'm just going to grab a little bit and I'm going to dab it where my little friend is. Okay, so now for foundation, I'm going to be using the MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and I picked up the shade in NC42. I think it's a little too dark for my complexion right now, but we'll make it work. We're just gonna bring it down, all the way down to my neck. So. Okay, so for concealer, I'm going to be using the Pro Long Wear Concealer in NW25. I used to love this concealer so much. I haven't used it in such a long time. Okay, to set my concealer, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier, because I don't have a loose powder by MAC, so that's what I'm gonna use. Okay, for the rest of my face, I'm going to be using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish and Medium Tan to set the rest of my face. Okay, to contour a little bit, I'm going to be using this powder that I got during the summertime. Let's go back to the eyes before we finish our face. Using Texture and Saddle, I'm just blending those two on my lower lashes. Okay, with the same brush, I'm going to go into Brown Script and Swiss Chocolate. Okay, now with a Sigma 821, I'm just grabbing Carbon Black and I'm just going to focus that really close to our lash line and connecting it with the outer corner on the top and just staying on the outer corner. I'm not going to bring the black all the way in. With the same brush, I'm going to grab the brown ground, like I'm just putting it right underneath the black one. Okay, now going back to the liner that we used before, I'm just going to put that on my waterline. Okay, so we're finishing up the eyes with this shade right here, which is Nylon. Just going to highlight my inner corners. A little bit on the brow bone. I'm just going to do my lower lashes. I'm setting my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the clear brow gel. Going back to the face, I'm going to be bronzing with the MAC Give Me Sun. You know what it is. Okay, so I'm going to be lining my lips with MAC Strip Down. I'm going to be using Persistent. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this color right here, which is Morange. Okay, so I decided to go in with a little bit of the pigment and just dab it on the center. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this blush right here. Completely forgot that we did not put any blush. I was so excited about my lips. So I'm just going to take a little bit of Gingerly and I'm just going to focus that, the apples of my cheeks, and blend it up. Okay, so let's finish it up with some Fix Plus. So yeah, that is it for the tutorial. I hope that you like the look. Of course, this look was inspired by my nails, of course, and the fall, the weather, the pumpkin spice latte that was in my mind when I was creating this look. But yes, I hope that you really like it and you try it. If you do have any questions, or if you actually want to give me any ideas of which palette I should use next week for Memory Lane Mondays, next Monday, please let me know and leave them all down below. If you have any questions, you can all leave them down below. Don't forget to follow me in all of my social medias, which is Makeup by Jarrell. And yeah, also, if you can like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, please do so. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.